This video is for Math Expressions, Chapter 5, Lesson 1, which is about measuring length, but this is more the metric system, so more the centimeters, meters, that type of stuff. And the units of length that we're going to be talking about in this lesson are millimeters, centimeters, meters, and kilometers. A millimeter is very, 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 very small. It is about how wide that push pin is. So just that kind of that part right here at the very end that you would push in the wall. It's a very, very, very small unit. A centimeter is also very, very small. It's about how wide your pinky finger is. So if you look at your pinky finger and look how wide it is, that's about a centimeter. So of course, very, very small. A meter is about the length of a guitar. So how long that guitar is, it's about a meter. And then a kilometer is used for really, really long distances, like a race, like how long a race would be. Or if you go for a run or a bike ride, you would be using kilometers. Also, like from city to city, anything like that, you would want to use kilometers. So, of course, if you are using millimeters to measure something, whatever you're measuring should be very, 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 very small, because it's going to take a lot of millimeters to measure that. A centimeter, once again, is kind of your go-to. It's kind of like in our customary system, inches. So a lot of people would measure in centimeters for just normal objects. Meters are pretty long, so if you're looking for like how long a hallway is, you would probably use meters for that. And then once again, the kilometers is really long distances. The prefixes in these words are critical. You're going to see these prefixes repeat themselves in all of the metric systems, whether it's capacity or mass or whatever. So every time you see the word or the prefix milli, that milli means 1,000 times smaller, and the smaller is also very important. So for example, there are 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter. Centi, oops, forgot the I there, sorry about that. The centi means 100 times smaller. There are 100 centimeters in a meter, and also that's where you get the word cents from. There are 100 cents in $1, so that's where that prefix is used. A kilo is 1,000 times larger, so we're going to the other end of the spectrum. Very big, very long. So there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. So here's a kind of all of the metric systems. You notice on the right side here with that DM, that stands for decimeter. We don't ever really use those, and so I'll bring them up in class. But deci, over here, the DA and the HM, those are decameters and hectometers. Once again, very rare. So I'll mention them, but we're not going to be doing a lot with them. But the biggest thing to notice about this chart is that you start here in the middle, right, with the meters, and then if you go to the right, and you're getting smaller, and every single time it's getting 10 times smaller. So a decimeter right here is 10 times smaller than a meter, and then a centimeter is 10 times 10 times smaller. Well, 10 times 10 is 100, so that's why we just say a centimeter is 100 times smaller than the meter, and a millimeter is 10 times 10 times 10 times smaller. So every step you take to the right, you're getting 10 times smaller away from the starting point. The opposite is exactly true on the other side, where if you go to the left and you're getting bigger, you're getting 10 times bigger every single time. And that's very, 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 very important to know. And that's going to be very helpful when we start converting our units. So the big part, what the kids have to do is they have to be able to convert between one unit of length to another. So what you really want to do is just find out how many of the smaller units will go into one of the larger units. For example, in this case, I have meters and centimeters. So I want to find out, okay, how many centimeters will go into 1 meter? Well, I know that 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So I'm going to use this 100 to multiply by how many meters I have. So for example, for 2 meters, I'm going to do 2 times 100 is 200. So there are 200 centimeters and 2 meters. Follow the same pattern. Because there are 100 centimeters in a meter, in 4 meters, I would have 400. 6 meters, 600. 6 times 100 is 600. And 8 meters, well, if there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter, there would be 808. And this right here, by the way, that's what we use a lot in class. Is they have to be very, very good at using that table to fill out conversions like this, what we just did right now. So this is kind of the basics of lesson 1. You know those prefixes, you need to learn those, and also learn how to convert from one to another.